Good morning. I had every intention in the world to do a devotion yesterday because I really want to get on a Tuesday, Thursday schedule for my video devotionals, but the day got away from me. So here I am Wednesday morning doing it. I was in scripture this morning and I have been in the Old Testament primarily this winter. I have been reading Genesis just because of our worship series, but I also, I just really love Exodus, and I love the stories of Moses and the people of God. I really feel like I can relate to Moses on a lot of deep levels. And so this morning I read Exodus 17, 9 through 13. And it just really reminded me of the importance of community in our lives and the importance of carrying and bearing burdens for and with one another. So I'm going to read you Exodus 17, 9 through 13. Moses said to Joshua, "Select some men for us to go and fight against Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the hilltop with God's staff in my hand." Joshua did as Moses had told him and fought against Amalek, while Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up on the top of the hill. When Moses held up his hand, Israel prevailed, but whenever he put his hand down, Amalek prevailed. When Moses' hands grew heavy, they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. Then Aaron and Hur supported his hands, one on one side and one on the other, so that his hands remained steady until the sun went down. So Joshua defeated Amalek and his army with the sword. I love this story so much because I struggle a lot with asking for help and admitting when I need it. In this story, Moses is the leader that God has appointed, and he has to keep his hands up. But if you have ever done that competition physically, trying to keep your hands up, it's really, really hard. And so it's just such an incredible story to remind us that we are not actually meant to carry our burdens alone. We are not meant, whether it's a burden of shame or a burden of sin, just a burden of like hardship and suffering that we're going through, we are not meant to go through it alone. And our hands get tired, right? Our arms get tired like Moses. Our hearts get tired. So as it is the middle of January, and we are close to 2 years in this global pandemic, I just keep thinking about how collectively tired we are as a world, as a nation, as people. We've got so much complex compound trauma that we have all been through due to this pandemic, and all of the other issues that this pandemic has caused. And so because of that, our arms are tired, right? Our hearts are tired. We are tired. And I think about the moments in my life when I was younger, and I would always try and bring in my groceries by myself, or I'd bring in whatever I got at the store, and I'd be like, "Oh, I got it, right? I got it. I don't need help." But the reality is I do need help. So I love this particular quote from my devotional that I do in the mornings. The problem with believing that you can bear your own burdens alone is an illusion that will eventually destroy you, crush you, and put you on your back and on your knees. Something beautiful is how humble obedience, gentle love, and Christ-focused service are tied to our joy. And so we are broken human beings, not capable of carrying the weight of our sin or our issues or our troubles. But Jesus stopped to meet us, died to free us, and gave us community, gave us people. So I don't know what's going on in your life. I don't know if you have a particular diagnosis and you've got some medical things that are going on. I don't know if you've got some family issues, marriage issues. Maybe you are struggling with mental health. I can totally relate, especially in the wintertime. It gets really hard. Whatever you are going through, you are not alone. And we are called as Christ followers to carry each other's burdens and to be in it together. So just like Aaron and Hur, H-U-R, supported Moses' hands and held his hands up, know that there are people in our church. If you are watching this and you are a member of Hope, there are people at Hope that love you and will support you. And if you are watching this somewhere else, there are people in your church and in your community that can be your support system. God created us not to do it alone. And the final thing I will say is a reminder that Jesus didn't do his ministry alone. He had 12 male disciples, a lot of female disciples, and a very, very vast following of people that he spent time with. And I think about, in the Garden of Gethsemane, when Jesus knew that his time was almost up and he was sweating blood, he asked the disciples to stay with him and pray for him. So even Jesus asked for help. So just thoughts this morning on a Wednesday, not a Tuesday like I had anticipated, but please know you are loved and prayed for. And if you have something that you need to share or want to share, I pray that I can be a safe place for you. Have a wonderful day, and if I don't talk to you tomorrow, I will talk to you on Friday. Bye.